Okay. Welcome and thank you for being here today. The purpose of this gathering is to get your feedback on a new short film we've developed here at Disney Pixar. Specifically, we want to know what you enjoy about the film and what you don't enjoy. Once we understand what you like, we can make the film even better. Let me introduce myself. I'm Yuhan Zhang, and I will be the moderator in today's discussion. The format we are using is a focus group. A focus group is a conversation that focuses on specific questions in a safe and confidential environment. I will guide the conversation by asking questions that each of you can respond to. There are no right or wrong answers to these questions. Just be honest. If you wish, you can also respond to each other's comments like you would in an ordinary conversation. It is my job to make sure that everyone here gets to participate and that we stay on track. We also have one note taker here to record and summarize our comments. Before we get started, I want to let you know two things. Firstly, the information we learned today will be compiled into a final report. That report will include a summary of your comments and some recommendations. It will be shared with the directors of the film and their creative team. Secondly, you do not have to answer any questions that you do not feel comfortable with. This focus group today is anonymous and confidential. Confidential. Anonymous means that we will not be using your names and you will not be identified as an individual in our report of this project. Confidential means that what we say in this room should not be repeated outside of this room. Obviously, I cannot control what you do when you leave, but I ask each of you to respect each other's privacy and not tell anyone that what was said by others here today. Okay, question one. Let's begin with introductions. Please share with your name and your favorite holiday dish.
Hello, my name is Kyrese, and my favorite potluck dish is probably macaroni and cheese.
Okay,
Hello, my name is Winnie Chen, and my favorite potluck dish would probably be tacos.
tacos. Okay. Question two. What were your first impressions of the film?
I think I liked how kind of lighthearted it really starts. I think that Mike is he's really ecstatic in a way to show off his new car.
Yeah,
And then, oh, you see all these flashy buttons, and you just tell it was a nice little comedic skit that was just meant to, make a kid laugh because I think that's the target audience.
okay.
Yeah, I agree with Kai. It was definitely very lighthearted. I really like the colors at the beginning. And when Mike showed his new car, he was very excited to share with his friend. And
Yeah,
I think that's very, very nice and very cute.
okay. I agree. Next question. What was your favorite part of the film?
I think my favorite part was probably uh Mike's kind of struggle with the engine and how he gets trapped under the hood, and then Sully tries to help him out of it and just it ends up making it worse. I just thought that was, pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that part was really funny, like him getting stuck under the hood. But I also thought like when um Sully got into the car and then he tried adjusting the seat up, left and right, up and down. That was pretty cool. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move to the next question. What was your least favorite part of the movie?
I'd probably have to say my least favorite part would be sort of like a very anticlimactic ending in a way. I think that you know, I always hope for a success in the end, and I think Mike ending
Oh
up
yeah.
crashing his car, I think that just made it. I think maybe I would change something like that, make it he speeds off into the sunset or something. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be not a lot nicer if it was like that. Just like a very peaceful ending. And I also like speaking of peaceful, I didn't like the part where it was very chaotic, where Mike pressed the random buttons and it was just chaos. Like that was like
Mm,
a very messy scene and like in a way it kind of overstepped the boundary of being funny.
okay. So, what was the funniest joke in the film, do you guys think?
Um, for me, I'm gonna say two. I think it was between the struggle with the engine or the struggle with the seatbelt. I think both of those
Yeah.
were pretty funny moments, but I can't decide either one.
Yeah, yeah, they're like really funny. And then it's like a very usual thing. Your seatbelt gets stuck at some point, you can't pull it. It's very realistic for real life. I would say my favorite would probably be um the part where Sully was like waiting, was like, oh, the airbag hasn't came up, and then Mike flew to his hand. That was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the least funny joke in the film? So, what made the joke less funny?
I think like when you mentioned before, the part when you started spamming the buttons and just like a bunch of kind of stupid things started happening, let's say. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of forced. It just felt a little forced, felt like just like a filler for an extra couple seconds. But yeah, it just didn't really appeal to me.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, especially when Mike like got stuck in the hood, like and then the part that where he walked out, he was like there was like fumes and he was like all very covered in motor oil. That part like it's kind of over exaggerating, especially since someone just got a new car. I guess the feeling isn't that nice.
Okay, got that. So the last one, would you show your kids this short film? Why not?
I think that, firstly, it's short, doesn't capture much need of an attention span. But also, it's lighthearted. It's pretty funny. Um, Monsters Inc. It's a classic. Kids love it. So yeah, I think I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I had to disagree with Kai. I don't think I would show my kids. It doesn't really have any learning aspect to it. Kind of just a really chaotic short
Yeah.
film.
Okay, got that. Okay, thank you so much for of your contributions to this focus group today. The insights we glean from this will be incredibly helpful for us as we continue working to provide the kind of content you want to see. Thank you, guys.